Alrighty, Aphrodite. Hello again, and welcome to Albuquerque. I am right next to the Flying J's over here on, I believe it's not Arroyo Vista, Trista Vista. I think something like that. What? Oh, wait a minute. No. I'm way off. Trista Vista was way back. This is 98th Street, and yeah, the Flying J's is right here. I think the Loves was back on a Trista Vista, a Trista Vistica, something like that. And I just real quick to go ahead and use the exit room, the road exit restroom. And so in order to get back on the 40, I had to come back over here, turn around and all that stuff. So that's exactly what I'm doing now. And there's my on-ramp. Head eastbound 40 again. So yeah.
I-40 east toward Santa Rosa.
Coming in Albuquerque, my old stomping grounds here.
619, radio test. Appreciate you.
And so yeah, I went up over the big hill. There's this big grade that you got to go up just before you get into Albuquerque. There's actually two of them, and the second one is kind of the doozy of the two, and that brings you up into the Albuquerque high desert elevation. And so just before I climbed that second large, upgrade, I went ahead and checked my elevation was whatever it was, 5,500 feet, and at the top of it, it was 5,800. So it was a 300-foot climb, and it brought me down into 7th gear, about 25 miles an hour, and got through that, and now we're on the downgrade side. Just before we get to the main urban area of Albuquerque, and then after that comes the Sandias Mountains, which you can see up there in the distance. Very beautiful mountains. There's actually some nice snow skiing up there, snowboarding up there at the top at about 10,000 feet in the winter. Got some cool little resorts over there. Whatnot. So yeah, let's see. So next, my next stop destination is going to be Amarillo, Texas, to go ahead and fuel back up, being that the Little America pumps were not functioning properly, and I got plenty of fuel to make that. That's probably, what do I got to Amarillo? Let's take a look here. Next stop, distance, 294 miles. So I got probably about 500 miles left in the tank, so that's no problem. As long as nothing occurs as I go through these mountain ranges here coming up, we shall arrive there, and then that'll probably be my last. Well, that will be my last fuel stop, and before I get to Mineville, Louisiana. However, I'll probably need to pull off later this evening because I still have 9,600 miles to go. 960 miles to go to get to Mineville. So yeah, I'll end up needing to pull off somewhere and get at least a few hours of sleep somewhere. And the boss is asking if I can, try to work it out so I can get to my destination by 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. And I don't see a problem with that. thought I would be. Originally, if I had gone with my plan to pass Flagstaff and continue running for like 2 or 3 more hours, I would have arrived in the wee hours of Friday morning, in the midnight hours, somewhere between midnight and 4 or 6 a.m. But whatever. Like I said, I was feeling tired enough that getting a few hours sleep last night in Flagstaff couldn't hurt. So yeah, right now we are going over the Rio Grande River and coming into downtown Albuquerque, home of the Blue Myth. Actually, that movie or that show, Breaking Bad, it was based in Albuquerque, but there's a town about, I don't know, I forget, it's been so long, but it's probably at least like 50 miles or something south of Albuquerque on, I think it's 25, whatever this interstate is coming up that crosses Albuquerque north and south. Crosses 40. I think it's 25. Yeah, about 50 miles south, down 25, this town called Los Lunas. And that place, when you live in Albuquerque, everybody knows about Los Lunas. That it's like the meth capital of New Mexico, at least, if not of the nation. Or it was back then. That was back, 2010, give or take a couple years. So yeah, 25. Santa Fe going north, and Las Cruces going south, and that car just got really close to me on the right. He needs to figure out how to stay in his lanes in that little car. Stop making videos or something.
Continue on I-40.
This is actually really pretty area at night, the way they have it lit up. They got this kind of terracotta adobe color concrete everywhere and on the bridges, and then at nighttime it's all lit up with like red and blue and green and like pink lights, and then the downtown city buildings they have lit up with like green and various colors, blues and stuff like that. So it's actually kind of cool looking at night for sure. And they got this like teal strip at the top of these bridges, kind of as an accent feature, which I think it's cool, man. Put all this design into it and then add a touch of art, or whatever, I guess. It's cool. I dig it. I remember when I lived here, so Albuquerque is only about 10 miles across. It's kind of just like a big giant circle that's 10 miles in diameter. Not very big at all, but when I was living here, I remember feeling like it was like, to go from one side of Albuquerque to the other side, it was like a long drive, and it really isn't. It's not long at all. I mean, we go right through this. You'll see. I mean, here I am at 8 minutes, and we're going to be through Albuquerque in another 2. So it's not very long at all, but I guess when, in rush hour traffic and stuff, that's kind of when it feels like it drags on, because it does get congested here, big time. And it's like coming up on congestion hour right now. It's like 2:40 right now. And there's also, to the left of me, we're going to be coming up on Uptown, what they call Uptown, New Mexico, or Albuquerque. And there's a business there in Uptown called Lululemon. I don't know if maybe you heard of it mosaic of a hot air balloon. So they hired some lady who lives around here. Or actually, I'm not sure if I don't think she actually lived locally. But she was somewhere, you know, in another state, actually, I think. And, you know, she was like an artist of tile mosaics. And the thing was large. It was really big. It was probably about, 15 feet across and, 20 feet tall. And it was like this giant mosaic of a hot air balloon. With all these different color tiles and whatnot. And I guess it took her like a month or two to create, like on the floor in a big, like, garage kind of place, warehouse kind of place. And I remember it was like $35,000. She charged like $35,000 for the mosaic itself. And then I was the one who installed it, and I did it at night. It took me like 5 nights and 5 nights. And so yeah, if you're interested in going and taking a look, you can go on Google and punch in Lululemon Albuquerque, and you'll see the front of that building and that hot air balloon still there. That's kind of cool. Wow, there must be an accident in the westbound lanes there. A bunch of emergency vehicles, and look at all this traffic to the left, westbound. Wow, that's a bummer. I don't want to be caught up in that. Westbound, you got a collision, left lanes, collision, left lanes. Oh, wait a minute, I turned down my radio. Yeah, so then coming up on the right here, and I don't think we'll be able to see it from the freeway, but there's a drive time dealership. Oh yeah, I already passed it. Yeah, we already passed it. It's back there on Wandabo, I think. Yeah, a drive time dealership that I did a bunch of work at. Did a bunch of steel studs, and then hung just I don't know, tens of thousands of square feet of drywall, and did all the mud work on it too. Okay, so wait a minute. Yeah, so we didn't pass it. Wandabo right there. So we are coming up on it. And it'll be up on the right. I don't know if we'll be able to see it. Left of me is, I believe, Wandabo Shopping Mall. Got your Best Buys and your Target and all the standard stuff, all the standard BS that you probably really don't need. But they love to make you feel like you need it. Yes, sir. Can't live without it. Another area coming up here on the right, a residential area that I did some tile work at. And I forget what the name of it was. It's called like Four Corner or something, or oh shoot, I don't remember. Really nice area though. When they filmed the Breaking Bad series, they actually, the guy Hank Schrader, the FBI or the DEA agent guy, the home that he lived at was up here